Hello there everybody, and welcome to another Transformers review with me, Graham, also known as the Collector 75. For this review I'm going to be doing my Quintessons review. I've got a few different ones, which I'll come to in a moment, but first of all I just want to show you a few things that I've been buying recently, because I just like to do that. This is my original pre-Transformers Soundwave, or Cassette Man as he's more commonly known. Picks up for about 15-20 quid. He's not too bad. A little bit worn, but I thought it was alright really. I just wanted one. Pretty damn good, I like that. Let's put that down there. What else have I bought? I believe it's Reveal the Shield Wind Charger. Not bad. Too far overcomplicated for my liking. He's only a scout sized toy, but trying to get the panels to line up can be a bit of a bloody nightmare. I moved the actual Reveal the Shield, or the little black square, which it's harking back to from the 80s. Yeah, I moved it to the centre of the, whatever you want to call that, can't think what it's called now, roof. There we go, see, and then just put a little nice little white water bottle symbol on the front there, so that looks a lot better. Put that down there. What else did I get? I got Reveal the Shield tracks, and I've done the same, just put a nice little big water bottle symbol on him there. Pretty damn good figure actually. I'm looking forward to getting the Wheeljack repaint retool of this figure, because I actually like this one. I love the way it looks. Brilliant figure that. The only thing is mine in Corvette mode, the panels don't seem to want to line up either. It's one of my little gripes with these bloody toys sometimes, is when they're panelled formers, don't want to line up. And then I got the Reveal the Shield Rodimus versus Cyclonus 2-pack that's finally released over here. I've already got the classics version, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this. I may put it on eBay, I may just keep it, I'm not sure yet. Not bad. Don't really like the colours, prefer the colours on the actual classics version to be honest, plus it had clear windows. And then we get Cyclonus, which I did want this one because it's the sort of like purple show accurate version, plus it comes with the silver painted nightstick. So what I might do with my other Cyclonus and nightstick, I'll probably keep the Cyclonus, and with the just all black nightstick I might saw the barrel down and shorten the barrel to make it look like a bit like Fracas, and then when I get my Scourge, put it with him if he'll hold it. I don't know yet, but that's something I may do. If I do, I shall show you the results of that. The main reason I wanted that 2-pack was because it did come with its own matrix, and I really wanted it for this guy, which is Generations Thunderwing, which is a pretty damn good toy. Should have been a Voyager size because it's got a very simple transformation and the legs are a bit weedy, but other than that it's damn good. And I wanted it so he could hold the matrix. I had to file down the hands just so he could hold it, but that's harking back to the G1 comics back in the late 80s, when of course he was like after the Matrix because he heard it calling to him. And it's pretty damn good. You can have it holding it above his head, like there was one sort of like really good panel in, I can't remember what issue it was now, but fantastic, and I love that. So there we go, I'll take some pictures, and the light pipe in his eyes is actually brilliant. It just catches the light from any angle and his eyes really do glow orange. Brilliant. Great figure. Right, I believe that's it. Let's get on to my Quintessons. We're going to start with, let me just move these boxes, I want to show you the box. We're going to start with my Energon Alpha Quintesson toy. This is the box he came in. Usual sort of like, I think it's an ultra class toy. Doesn't actually transform though. And then we've got some of the other figures that were released as well. We've got Omega Sentinel, I'd love to get that. And of course the Galvatron, which is the larger version I believe. Oh, pardon me. Right, let's get on to the actual toy itself. It's actually very, very large. I can't remember how much I paid for this, maybe about 15-20 quid, something like that. I can't remember, probably off eBay. It wasn't actually released on, well, on general release over here anyway, but I managed to find it, because I did want it, because at the time this is the only sort of like Quintesson that you was going to get your hands on. It does have all these sort of like spinning sort of tentacles. You can see this one's got like a barbed sort of thing on it. This one's got like a chainsaw, and this one's got a grabby sort of hand. The gimmick is that when you sort of like, you can put it on the floor and then push it, and then it's got little wheels just on the bottom here, and then all these will spin. Let me see if I can do it. Yeah, it doesn't work too well because they just end up hitting all the bloody arms. But they're on sort of like bendy like little things, so you can do a lot with them really. It kind of reminds me of one of the Cenobites out of Hellraiser actually. So there we go. I think it's Hellraiser 2. But still, I love this because it's actually quite a large figure, and he's got articulated arms, he's got these double arms, he's got all on ball joints. This one rotates. None of the actual claws manoeuvre in though, that's a bit of a shame. But it still looks great. Now I believe the actual look of this was trying to look like either a Sharkticon or maybe one of the other ones out of Transformers the movie back in 1986. Yeah, I can't actually, more like alligator, wasn't they? Now then, what's the gimmicks? He has this gun on the top here, it's rotatable, plus you can actually take it out of this port. He has also various ports around his body, like little holes you can plug it into. Plus you can put those little dodgy energon stars that came with other figures from that range into them. He's got a few just down here on the actual base. We're going to put it down here for a minute. Now, and of course the big gimmick of this, actually these sort of like little funny, don't know what they actually are, like little claw teeth things do rotate, which is pretty good. Yeah, the actual gimmick of this, of course, that this little mouth does open and close. You've got to do it yourself though, unfortunately. Plus the little jaw will close. But if you open it up fully, I don't know if it's going to go too well here, but you can always see a face in there. And now he does have three different faces. And you've got a trigger just at the back here. I'll show you that in a second. And let's see if it works. And make sure my fingers are out of the way. There you go. There's another one in there. And there's another one. And you go back to that one. It's a shame really, because obviously this is like a homage to the... Oh, he also has a bit of articulation here, just at the sort of like waist section, which I forgot about, but I just remembered. And he does sort of like rotate if you want to do it that. Yeah, he is sort of like harking back to the original Quintessons out of the 1986 movie, which I'm going to come to in a minute. They had 5 faces, this one only has 3, but they probably just done that just because they couldn't be bothered or couldn't bloody put any more in really. They're a little bit obscured unfortunately, that's what I mean. I don't think this camera's going to pick it out. I've tried taking some pictures, they didn't come out the best because it's too dark in there and well, it's a pain in the arse really. But still, it's worth getting if you just like the look of it. I do, so that's why I got it. Not everyone's cup of tea, that one, especially because it doesn't transform or anything. The little missile does fire, as you can see. I'm supposed to catch that. Right, here we go with the next part. Yeah, these are my quintessons that were made by Impossible Toys. We're going to start with this one here. This is the Executioner. This is his box. It comes in like a G1 style box, pretty good. It also comes with a bio for that character. I don't know if it's going to zoom in, but you can always pause the video here and maybe just read that. Yeah, it's a pretty good box. I got this one for about 12 quid. I found it on sale somewhere. Pretty damn good. I'm going to put that one down there. Now we're going to come to the figure. This is him here. He's about a deluxe size sort of toy height wise. I haven't got one to hand actually. Where's that? Down here. Ugh. Here we go. So here's Trax. He's a deluxe size toy. As you can see, he's just a little bit sort of shorter. Probably just oversized like Scout. But he's not bad. He's got plenty of articulation. The arms all sort of like move at the elbows and that, and at the shoulder joint and everything. And this little sort of gun bit will move as well. The head has a tiny bit of movement in it, not a lot. And I don't know what's happened to that face, but it looks like he's been smacked in the jaw because it looks off centre and everything. But there we go. That's third-party toys for you. The legs, you can move them at the hips, and he's got knee joints, and these feet will sort of move, though every time I move it the legs look like they want to come apart. Yeah, it's not bad. I believe this guy may have had a bit more characterisation in the G1, well the Marvel UK comics anyway, back in, I think the story was called Space Pirates. I think it was definitely like him, where he actually managed to use the Matrix and control it. For no apparent reason. I can't remember. Didn't actually give a reason why he was able to do that, but he was. It's not a bad figure. Has its sort of problem standing up, but just for general looks, it looks good. They did do another one, which was the Quintesson Scientist, which I never got, mainly because I wasn't going to pay 25 quid for it. I don't think it's worth it, and it looks a bit naff, to be honest with you. But right, we're going to move on to the next one, which is this one, which is, I only bought 2 of these originally, and I got that one bit cheap, so that's why I got this one. This is the Prosecutor. Now I really did want this guy because I love this guy back in the movie. Let me just hold that up, and again if you want to read that you can pause it. Right, So here we go. This is, got to be careful with this one. This is the Prosecutor, and this is the one that was basically held, you know, sort of like basically held the trials back on Quintesson, and in some forms of G1 continuity they actually were the creators of the Transformers, but I prefer the comics where they weren't, because it just, the other continuity where we have Primus as the creator of Transformers was a lot better in my eyes. But this is still a fantastic detailed actually toy. Look at the great face sculpt, and just all round brilliant actually. I really do like it, it looks great. The tentacles will sort of like just rotate up and down. You can sort of pull them because they're like soft rubber. Pretty damn good. The head has a little bit of movement, but not a great deal, and ends up looking kind of like, I can't remember, is it a prawn or something, or some sort of, can't think what it is to be honest, but anyway, it looks good. Now it does have a little light up feature. He's got this little bit at the back here. What you do is you screw this in and then it does light up. I don't know if it's going to show too much on this camera. What we'll try and do is like close the light, and there we go, you can see it sort of like lights up green. It's actually pretty damn good in the dark or maybe just dull lighting. Really does light up good. And he does actually look very impressive on the side, especially when you put all these guys next to each other. Again, I'm going to take some pictures, and there we come to this fella, which is the Quintesson Judge. Let me just get the box. So here we have it. There's his box, and it says with light up action. That's what it's supposed to do in the dark. Again, if we, you can pause it there and read that if you want. There we are. And on the bottom of the box it actually has what all the different faces mean, because he does come with the 5 faces. And this guy did feature in the 5 Faces of Darkness, the little cartoon, back in the season 3 of the Transformers cartoon. And it's actually a very good little toy. It doesn't want to stay in this little base too well. It does go in there pretty well, but it does feel like it does want to fall out. It can be a bit of annoying to put the battery in this fella, because you've got to take all the faces off, separate it, and then put the battery in. And then put these little spikes on the top of his head in. And these little things, so I know that bit always wants to come on. I'm just going to leave that off for the second. And he does have these little tentacles, which are just sort of like, don't know what you call it really, like bits of wire really. But they, you know, they do go over the place. Yeah, from where it's stored, they always end up being the same sort of direction, which can be a bit of annoying for trying to pose it. Well, let me just have a little close up of the faces. That one's supposed to be Death. Can't remember that one. It looks not too bad. That one there, probably Wisdom, that one. I can't remember that one, could be Judgment. I think that was Wrath, I think. But very, very well done faces. I've got to admit, this is probably one of my favourites, and does look great on the side as well. Yeah, again, right, so let me put this in here. Doesn't stay in too well, but again, there's the light up feature, and you push the little button on the top and it lights up. Again, it's probably not going to show up too well, but let me see if I can close the light. There you go, you can almost see the light in there. And if I look, there you go, you can see the light in that little LED in there. But it does look very, very good actually. They're worth getting, just mainly obviously collectors, not really toys or nothing. You can't play with them, but they do look good. I might actually try just getting a drill bit and making that hole a little bit bigger so he sits in there a bit better in a minute. But yeah, they're very good actually. Definitely look great just sitting on the off shelf. Pretty damn good. Right, anyway, this has been Graham with Collect 75. Let's see you all next time. Bye for now.